Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we gonna be in Chicago, y'all. We in the studio, Brotherville Entertainment, man. So sit back, relax, hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Help me get there, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Now check this out, y'all. I was just thinking about something early while I was out with some of my people I be moving around with in the morning, right? And we were just speaking on little things in the room. And it reminded me of the time I went to the boat with one of my friends, right? Now, I don't gamble at all, y'all. So I'm going there with him. You know, me and him just happened to go out there. And I'm like, I'll find me a little machine and just put some quarters in it. You know, nickels, dimes, whatever. You know, you have it on a card anyway. But anyway, so I'm out there just playing around. I won like $37. Go figure. Okay. Then I go around, you know, the promotion team be going hard. They raffling cars, TVs, everything, y'all. So I'm like, I'm going to go over here. My first time. So beginner's luck. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to just try it. What you got to lose, Shrimp? Nothing, right? And it seemed like I always run into all my fans out there, y'all. That's why I can't get nothing in the cash app. All my motherfucking subscribers are gamblers, goddammit. They all out there at the boat. The ones in here, but I'm just talking shit, y'all. I know all y'all don't gamble. Anyway, right? So I see 2 or 3 people that recognize me out there. So I'm like, okay, big them up, sign somebody autograph. I didn't know what the fuck to sign. Y'all, I didn't know what the fuck to sign. Motherfucker really asked me for my autograph. I'm looking like, I ain't never signed an autograph before. I'm thinking to myself, what should I sign? My real name? Then I thought about it. If you G Shrimp, motherfucker, and they want your autograph, you gotta sign G Shrimp. That's when you know. You ever ask yourself a question and you already know the answer, or you have to think about it. Sometimes you have to be there. I'm like, duh, you know. So I goes over here, put my little card into the raffle, y'all. I'm standing there. They like, okay, and the winner is Maurice. Listen, y'all, I fell out. Boom! I'm talking about I hit the floor. You hear me? Maurice Johnson. I'm like, what? I'm so embarrassed. I had to sit up. I'm like, motherfucker. People was looking around like, that's you? Hell no, man. That's half of me. Man, the other guy wasn't even over there. They had to go find this motherfucker. He over at the slot machine somewhere. He done put his shit in there. They had to find the man. I'm sitting here on the floor like a damn fool. I didn't get up for a minute. I just stayed down there. People started coming. That's you. You won. I'm like, man, no, man. I'm halfway. They like, damn, boy, the way you fell out, I just knew that was you. I said, I did too, man. I thought that was me, man. I'm like, God damn. My boy even seen me. He like, my ace done won a car. He thinking, my boy done won a car. Goddamn, I see him fall out. I know he won that motherfucker. He like, did you win it? Hell no, man. My last name ain't Jones. Man, goddamn it. I'm talking about, we had the same initials and everything. MJ. Oh my God, man. Maurice Jones. Motherfucker won a car, y'all. This fuck Maurice Jewett. I'm like, oh my God. I was so hurt, y'all. I left up out of there like a polar dog. You just thought I lost every penny I fucking had. You know, my man like, you know, you got to take that ticket in and get some money, man. I'm like, man, I don't come to the fucking boat. I don't know that. I had to turn around, go back in there and put the ticket in there. They cash out. The bitch was so quick with my little money. Next, I'm like, damn, bitch, can I count it? You know, I know it's Trump change to you, but can I count it, bitch? 1, 2, let's say 10, 20, 30, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me my 38 cent, bitch. Give me my 38 cent. Yeah, that's mine, bitch. Let me get that. You know, you can give it to me how you want. Just give me a quarter. Yeah. Yeah, you can give it to me how you want. Yeah, just add it up. My 38-cent bitch. Yeah. Yeah, you give me that dime, that's 35, and give me a penny. That's it right there. Let me get that. Let me get that. But I was so hurt that day, y'all. And then we was talking about things that happened in jail, right? And yeah, I started thinking about this time. I was in jail with one of the guys, right? A big black guy. Well, he wasn't real big, but you know, he was kind of stocky a little bit. He worked out. A little taller than me. Black motherfucker. Little bitty dreads. I couldn't stand this motherfucker for nothing. Had on some pants so big, y'all. I'm talking about extra. Let's say if this man wore 38, y'all. This nigga got on a pair of 50 jeans. And he had them on. He had to hold them up everywhere he get. And then when we go to child, he's standing in front of me and start dancing and his pants would fall down. I'd be like, man, pull up your goddamn pants, man. Stop playing, you know. I just didn't like him, y'all. But he one of my stones. So I never treated him bad. I'm fair because I'm the general. So I never treated him bad. I just didn't like him. I didn't dislike him. I just didn't like him. You know what I mean? So it's a difference between disliking somebody and just not liking them. So, you know, he was cool. You know, he moving around. Like I said, I didn't like this cat. This motherfucker used to get in trouble. Other gangs come and telling on us. I didn't never put him in violation for something if he hadn't did nothing. He did something with the vice lords and they brought him up on charges. They come to us. We like, all right, we go handle that. We go violate him, right? We beat him up. Took him back there. But he a little stocky motherfucker, so it ain't bothering him. And all he like to do is stay at the card table and gamble, right? That's all he liked to do. So one day, he did something. It was an altercation that had jumped off in the morning, right? So I ended up having to check some of my moles. They had the nigga surrounded. They finna beat the shit out the nigga. So I had to tell them to stand down, right? And I was kind of upset. Then I said, look, nigga, when I get back from school, you better have some pants that fucking fit. Now, I'm really saying this because this is, let's say, on a Monday. You go get your clothes changed on a Wednesday. In the penitentiary, they strict with these rules. If your clothing change day is on a Wednesday, goddamn it, they go stand on that. You can't go no other day. By me being mad at him, I threatened him, motherfucker, when I get back, if you ain't got no pants that fit, we go beat your ass. I don't know what the fuck he told the police. When I came back, that motherfucker had some jeans on that fit. You hear me? He like, look, G. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, and my man was like, hey, G, you know you ain't shit. I'm like, what? He like, you know that nigga couldn't get no clothes on no motherfucking Monday. I said, well, he fucking got them. I don't know what the fuck he did. He got him, or he might have had him already. I know he came up with them damn pants, though. You hear me? So the man gets in violation again. Now this nigga love to play cards, and I'm like, you know, this violation ain't hurting him. I know what to do for this motherfucker here, right? I said, hey, you know what? We ain't even putting you on the wall, bro. I'm gonna put you on car restriction. No, Joe, don't do me like that, please. No, G, don't do me like that. I'll take the violation. I said, I know you will. It's not hurting you. You know, you a little swollen, it ain't hurting you. You can stand a few punches. So, but I tell you one thing, your ass can't play cards for 7 days. Boy, when I tell you, it damn near killed him. You ever seen the nigga going through withdrawals, y'all? Going through shakes and shit. He need his drugs. Listen, that's how that motherfucker was. He was sitting around the card table. The niggas teasing, hey, you wanna play? Hey, you know I can't play. Leave me alone, man. Stop, man. That nigga, listen, he was fiending. And then he come off the 7th day. It's time for him. He can start back playing cards. But it's our holy day. You can't do no activities until after 7. So that means we got to have a service. And then he get played. Boy, he was waiting, you know. And he on his best behavior, y'all, because he don't want to do nothing wrong because I might extend it. You know what I mean? So he walking around on eggshells. I didn't even know the nigga was in the building. He was so quiet for them 7 days, y'all. You hear me? But I'm a fair guy. I didn't wait long after they had the service, you know. And, you know, he like, I ain't gonna ask him. I just went right in my locker because I paid for everything. I was having the most money, I guess. So I got the cars because I had bought them for the guys, right? So I go in my locker, toss him the cards. He like, he sitting there playing card, boy. The other moment, they like, hey, G, you gave that nigga some act right then. I'm like, I said, man, you see he acting right now. He like, hell yeah, that shit hurt him. That shit damn near killed him. And look, we had another guy come in on the new who was a stone, right? So my thing, all of us, I used to get all of us together and eat. You know, noodles don't cost that much. So we put them all together and we used to make a dip. That was my little thing. I would like to get all the stones to eat at night. I'm paying for the food. So I get us together. We'll sit in a circle and just tell little stories about where you from, whatever. Get to know each other, right? So you got some brothers on the new. They come down. They like, man, don't let no nigga give you nothing when you down there, man. You know how that is. Stand on your own. Don't take nothing and all that. Which is kind of true to a certain extent. But when it comes to your gang, no. If your gang got money, nigga, you supposed to enjoy the time you down there with a nigga with some money. That's what you should enjoy. So the first day we sent for him, he came, ate with us. Second day, he came. Third day, he don't want to come. You know, he like, nah, they done fed me twice. I ain't gonna take it today. He talking about he going to child. I said, no, the fuck you not. I sent Mo, go down there and get Mo, tell him to come. He comes back. Mo said he cool, he don't want to eat. I'm like, what? Yeah, he don't want to eat. I send him back. I said, hey, go tell that nigga G Shrimp said, this ain't no motherfucking request, nigga. Bring his ass down here and eat. And you know I sent the one I'm talking about with the cards to play. So he went and got him and he said, you got to come on this order. So Mo came and sat down there and I said, look, bro, I know you might not want to take things from other people, you know, but when it come to us, your own, we eat every night. It's mandatory. You can go to child if you want, but you go still eat back here. And if you don't go to child, then you don't have to if you don't want to go to child. If you want to, okay, cool, but you go eat when you get back. And the dude who I told not to play the cards, he like, yeah, hey, he feed me every night, Mo, and he don't even like me. He said he don't even like me. I said, yeah. I said, he know I don't like him. Everybody started laughing like, yeah, you know G-Strip don't like him. He like, but he don't treat me bad, though. He said, he don't treat me bad. He just don't like me. And I'm like, yeah, you know I don't like your ass. You know, a lot of goofy shit. You know, when you a general shit, you just can't do goofy shit. You know, all that horse playing and shit like that. I don't like niggas like that. You know, so that's why I didn't really like him. You know, eventually I started liking him a little bit after I had to watch him get on a nigga ass. You know, I could see what a nigga about. You know, we was in line about something and motherfucker came over there talking about, man, this our motherfucking line, ooh, and just talking crazy. I'm wondering who he talking to. He ain't talking to me, he talking to somebody else, which was kind of close to me. But Mo thought he was talking to me. He coming to, hey nigga, I know you ain't talking to my fucking general like that. I'm like, nah, hold fast, Mo, he ain't talking to me. He like, oh, I'm finna say, man, knock this nigga the fuck out, G. I'm like, nah, hold fast, Mo, we good. This our line right here. You know, some people just be young and dumb. They just do things to be doing things, you know. Don't even know why they fucking doing shit. I can't stand some people when they be immature. Like horse playing. Like, for instance, in Vandalia, we was down there. We had these shirts that button up and they got the pocket on. So a lot of people didn't have no pocket because they had this little joke. Nigga, you out of pocket where they'll snatch your pocket off. It's a little joke to them around the facility. It got so bad that the police started riding down on niggas. Hey, I'm going to write you a ticket for that damn pocket being missing. They'll make you pay for it and all that. They start getting on them because they know the game was going on, right? So one of the guys on the new come down, and I'm telling him about the situation, and we on the yard, y'all. He in another unit, right? I'm making a deal with him, like, yeah, I'm gonna come out tomorrow, and I'm gonna bring you a care package, bring you some food, woo, woo. And he like, gee, what's up with all these niggas walking around with no pocket? I said, man, that's some goofy ass game they be playing. I said, I don't play that shit, bro, because I like my pocket. Plus, I need to put pens and shit in my pocket. You know, I might need to smoke with some shit. But, you know, so I'm just telling what's going on. I'm like, I don't play like that, right? Would you believe when it's time to line up, this nigga finna go get in his line. He holler, gee, you out of pocket, and snatched my motherfucking pocket off and got in his line. I say, you goofy ass nigga, I just told you I didn't play that game. I don't like that type of shit. Okay, listen, that care package I was gonna give him, that nigga waited damn near a month out there to get it, because I sure did not send it. You know, I told that nigga when he say, man, the moles will be out there. Man, where G Shrimp at? Oh, he ain't come out today. Man, he said he was gonna send me some. Oh, he told me to tell you he was gonna bring you some, but he ain't got no pocket to put the shit in. So, you know, you dead, Mo. You know what I mean? You dead. You shouldn't have snatched the pocket off the G. Man, he mad about that for real. He like, yeah, Mo. G don't play like that. He said he told you he didn't play like that, and he explained it to you very clear, Mo. And then you want to play and you still think, hey, that wasn't no nation money I'm finna give you. That's my money. So if you cross me, I don't have to give you shit, nigga. You know what I mean? I don't have to give you anything, you know. And every time I was in the joint, I always made sure we put our care packets together and make sure anybody on the new, we give them soap, deodorant, toothpaste, all that shit. Then the more guys kept coming in, the more money we kept getting. We put noodles, cookies, and everything in there. So somebody would come on the new, they wouldn't be in my room. This when I was on the farm, right? And we'll have to slide the shit down the hall, get that to do it on the new. So a couple of people that used to slide the bags down for it, they like, damn, General. I said, what? That damn bag starting to get bigger and bigger. I'm like, yeah. I said, I just noticed this motherfucker, I had to put a little up in it to slide it. I used to just sliding down there, ain't nothing but toothpaste, deodorant, shit. The care package start getting big. I'm like, and look, sometimes you don't have to be trying to be slick. You let the police know what's going on, especially when the care package start getting big. Sometimes the stone that come in on the new won't be on your side. He'll be on another side. It's like an A dorm and a B dorm. So if you on the A dorm, to get to B dorm, you got to cross a desk where the police sitting out there. So you can't, how you go get to the other side? You can't sneak over there, none of that. So I'm like, just fuck it. I start coming to the desk. Hey, Officer Johnson, yeah. I said, man, I got a little care package for the guy that just came on the new. It ain't nothing but some deodorant. Ooh, show him what it was. He like, damn, y'all got cookies in here? Damn. He said, I wish I was in y'all gang. Y'all got everything for him. I'm like, yeah. So we'll call Mo to the window. He'll come to the window. Here you go, bro. Alright, thanks. And guess what? You ain't getting no ticket. You know, a lot of times people be so naive. Man, I don't fuck with the police. Don't fuck with the police. They say don't fuck with the police. Don't tell them shit. That's all you got to remember. Don't tell them shit. You don't have to socialize with them. But if you trying to do something and you don't want to get a ticket, hey, what's wrong with being smart, being a thinker? When I was in Lincoln, these motherfuckers, as soon as I became the general and they gave me the whole joint, they called me into the gang crime unit, right? I goes to the unit, Lieutenant Malcolm, I'll never forget this motherfucker, right? I walks in there, he like, G Shrimp. I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, word around town, you the new man in town, huh? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking on the wall, all the pictures of the gang members and shit like that. And he like, yeah, they made you a general, huh? I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah, that's kind of some generic shit, ain't it? You know, he fucking with me, trying to get a reaction out of me, because he know you just became a general. This ain't no generic shit. He know this because he worked this unit, right? So I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I guess it is, man. I don't know why they even give it to me, right? And he like, bullshit. Bullshit, Shrimp. He said, let's stop bullshitting Jewett. He called me Jewett. He said, man, you want to run some shit? You go run it then. He said, if any of your guys get in trouble, I'm sending your ass to Stateville. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm sending you to Stateville. If they have an altercation, anything, he put it all on me. Like, since you in charge, motherfucker, the weight go fall on you. So that's gonna make me keep them in line. That's what he trying to do. Intimidate me, right? And I'm like, yeah, alright. You know, he run his little spiel down. I'm like, yeah, alright. But they serious about this shit. I don't know how serious they is, right? Until one night, the moles get into it down there. It's about, they used to have breakfast at 4 in the morning, y'all. So this was a little bit before breakfast. So these niggas had to get into it about 3 o'clock. I'm in my room, sleep. Goddamn it, the police come back there. Jewett. I'm like, yeah. They say they want to see you. I'm like, who? He said, I don't know. Captain told us to come wake Jewett up and bring him to dorm 1. I'm in 4 dorm. I'm like, dorm 1. They got the little car out there. I walks out there. They put me on the truck. Boom, take me down to Unit 1. Sure enough, these niggas holler, motherfucker, you should have took my motherfucker. If you had my motherfucker money, man, fuck that shit, man. Your ass to gamble the man. They loud. Then they gamble the motherfucker money up, man. Then your ass lost. I get out of work and I ain't got nothing to eat. They going at it, y'all. So I walk in. I'm like, hey, you know, oh, what's up, General? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Man, G, I'm hungry as hell, man. I get this motherfucker some cookies, man. He supposed to have it back. He talking about he gambled with me and lost the fucking cookies. G, I'm hungry. That motherfucker, ooh, they serving pork this morning. I ain't nothing to fucking eat. He gone now. I'm like, God damn it. So I walked back to the white shirt. I said, can we open commissary up? He said, yeah, I guess we can. He said, we got the janitor around here. Why? What's going on? I said, we need to get something out of the commissary. He like, okay. Now, this nighttime, y'all. You know, so they don't give a fuck. They just don't want no ride on the fucking jail. That's all they want. They send me over to the commissary and just open the door. So the officer walked with me, though. I walked in there. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3. I get 4 pack of cookies. He like, that's all you need? I'm like, yeah, that's all we need. We go squash the demonstration they got going on with, you know. He like, okay. We goes back to the unit. I give them both a pack of cookies. Tell them, squash that shit, Joe. Leave that alone. Y'all go fall back, man, and it's over with. All right, General, thanks, Mo. I'm like, all right. So I gave them 2. I got 2, right? So we riding back and shit. You know, they dropping me back off, and I'm getting out. I'm walking back in. And what is that? What the hell is that, Jewett? I said, them cookies. He said, cookies? What you doing with cookies? I said, you think I'm gonna have them open up the fucking commissary and I ain't gonna get me nothing? Is you crazy? He started laughing like a motherfucker, y'all. I'm talking about, he was dying laughing. He like, boy, you something else, man. He like, damn. I'm like, shit, I'll be a damn fool to open up the commissary. I got the white shirt to open up commissary, and I ain't gonna get nothing for myself. You got to be crazy, bro. Shit. And then, guess what they do for me as a bonus since I squashed that little situation? Because to them, it was extreme. They didn't want the ride to kick off. So they like, damn, Jewett stopped the ride. Tell Jewett he can eat breakfast in the officer's kitchen. Now the officer's kitchen is totally different from the inmate's kitchen. They got seasoned this and cheeseburgers. Anything you want, they got it over there. And then they like, as I can come over there, they said tell him he could bring somebody with him. Because they like this a gentleman, he might want to bring security with him. He ain't gonna come over here by himself. Tell him he could bring somebody with him. He probably feel more comfortable, right? So I wake up one of the most, hey, bro, you want to eat? Man, nah, I ain't finna eat G. They serving swine today. I'm like, no, we finna go in the officer's kitchen. We goes in the officer's kitchen. We eat good. We come up out of there. We got eggs, all kind of shit. We got everything. Listen, and do you know, y'all, they used to serve sausages and bacon. Now, technically, the moles don't supposed to eat no pork, right? Now, me being the general, I gets up one morning, goes over here. They serving sausages and eggs. For the people who don't eat pork, they got an alternate. The alternate is just peanut butter and jelly. That's it. And I'm like this, man, I didn't get up at 4 o'clock to eat no motherfucking peanut butter. Now, I got like 4 stones with me. I said, Mo, if y'all want to eat this swine, y'all can. Fuck that. You know what I mean? You don't want to eat the peanut butter. This is me. I'm only talking to these 4 stones, y'all. You hear me? And if you really didn't eat pork, you wouldn't have ate it. But I ain't one of them niggas that faked it and be like, I don't eat swine. Bro, I grew up off that shit. I don't draw off of it all the time, but fuck that. We in the penitentiary, nothing to eat. I ate my shit, and so did the soldiers that was with me. Now, I only said this to them. The word got around the whole penitentiary that the generals say they can eat pork. Every stone in the penitentiary comes over there and eat. Now we got some nigga over there, man, y'all eating that swine. Y'all eating that swine, eating swine. They throw it back on me. G. Shrimp said we can eat the swine. So, you know, we have a meeting about a day or so later. We out on the yard kicking it. And one of the guys, he trying to bring niggas up on charges. So I had to come out there. I'm like, one of the guys had told me, man, G, you know they trying to violate me? I said, for what? Man, talking about ate swine. I'm like, when you ate swine? You came to breakfast? Yeah. I said, and he trying to violate you? Yeah, Mo, and they said, you said we can eat it. I'm like, I didn't tell y'all that shit. What are you talking about? Yeah, General, we got a word that you said all the brothers can eat it. For today, they say you was over there earlier. So that means one of the niggas who was sweeping up heard me talking to them, and he told every nigga that came through there. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. I don't know if he was a stone or just delivered the message, y'all. But now all these niggas in violation. I got to get them out of violation. I goes to the yard. I'm like, first of all, let me just say this. I didn't tell all y'all to eat no damn swine. If you didn't eat swine in the first place, you wouldn't have ate it. So if you ate it, that means you draw off that swine anyway, right? Yes, sir. I said, okay, we can agree to that. I said, and you. I said, who the fuck told you to be trying to pass out violations, bro? I didn't give no motherfucker order for you to give out no violations. Oh, man, I was just on top of my script mode. They in there drawing up. I said, you being a snitch, nigga. You in there telling on these your brothers. These your brothers. Okay, so what if you see one of them eating some shit? You go get them beat up and y'all in the penitentiary? I said, man, as far as I'm concerned, if they say they done it because I told them that, all is forgiven then. But only people I told to eat swines were the niggas with me. And ain't none of them in violation. If I sanction this shit and ain't none of them in violation, why would you be in another unit trying to violate the nigga? You should have discussed it with me before any fucking thing. Gee, I didn't even think it was that serious. It is that serious. You finna touch these brothers. Yeah, it's that serious. This shit happened a lot, y'all. Listen, I had to knock out one of the generals because these niggas was violating niggas for eating swine. They sitting and guess what they doing with their pork, y'all? They had pork chops one day. These niggas taking their shit, take it back to the cell and eat it, and then violating niggas who ate it in the damn child hall. So me and the juror, I come in there, I'm like, man, I'm finna eat this food. Hey, G, they drive on me. Hey, General, I'm like, what's up? And they said, you can't drive that. I said, what? Who finna tell me I ain't finna eat no motherfucking swine? Oh, no, G. You gotta take it back to the cell. Take it to the cell. Nigga grab my food, wrap it up, and pew! I'm like, what the fuck? I watched 3-4 other generals do it, right? Then, the next day, they got a list of niggas they finna violate for eating the pork that they took to the cell and ate. So, when I hear this, I'm like, hey, bro. I said, you really finna put them brothers in violation for eating some swine and you took yours to the cell? Yeah, Mo, they know they ain't supposed to be demonstrating off that. I said, and you shouldn't either. So you being a hypocrite if you draw it off that swine, Mo, and then you go violate for them that. I said, if you want to maintain order, you can give them a workout or a fine or something. But to beat them up is wrong, bro. You shouldn't do that. Alright, me and him have this conversation. This nigga violates these niggas anyway. And the shit repeated itself. Now, I already told him to stop. He'd come up again, he got another list. Man, I came in the room with him. I said, Mo, I just heard some more talking about they on the list to be violated. Yes, sir. I said, what they in violation for? He was drawing off that swine before he can get it out of his mouth. Hey, G, what's wrong with you? Fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Didn't I tell your ass last week not to do that, Mo? I said, if you go violate them, nigga, you getting one too. And I said, and your ass better not eat no fucking swine if you want them to do it. Fuck is you talking about? A lot of guys, they get this authority and they let it go to their head and they bend the rules to fit them. That's the shit I started seeing that I didn't like. You know, nigga bend the rules to fit him. You know, nigga have rank and they know it's no homosexual activity, but you find out he getting his dick sucked in the cell 4-5 units down. And you be like, are y'all serious, bro? Yes, sir, Mo. Yes, sir. Oh, no, bro. No, General, I ain't fuck with the punk. I just got my dick. Nigga, you out of body, bro. We go stomp your motherfucking ears together, man. Turn this nigga head sideways, y'all, and try to stomp his motherfucking ears together. And listen, you can tell a nigga to do that, and they would try. Knowing they can't stuff his head together, they would jump on this motherfucking head and try. And you have to tell him, hey, Mo, you know you ain't gonna never get his ears to match together, right? You go been and killed him before his ears touch. Man, the G told us to stomp his ears together, though, man. I got to keep trying. No, bro. No, just... No. No, bro. Just stop, man. You feel me? Just stop. Man, it's your boy G Shrimp. Everybody fake baby daddy voice of the street, man. I'm a punch and I dig you later. I'm out of here.